Hey everybody, Barry here again. Random rainy drive to work day. So, this is just a quick video. It's not going to be in the timeline or anything. But I just wanted to have a chat on the way to work. So I just wanted to talk about some plans I got over the winter and stuff. Let me just get this running. It's kind of a cold start. So just some plans that I got over the winter and stuff, and plan for the channel over the winter. I just gotta get this log running. So I got a few projects on the go, and I probably haven't shown half of them on here. You know, the motorcycles and stuff like that, but I've got to get out my daughter Chloe's truck, which is a 56 Chev. Man, I cannot get comfortable this morning. It's a 56 Chev truck that we bought back in 2013 or 2012, and it's something I've been waiting to get at, and I want to have it done for when Chloe graduates school, and she just went to grade 4, which means I have 8 years left to finish her truck, and I haven't started yet. It's still pretty cold yet. So I got 8 years left to start to finish her truck, so she can go to her graduation day. Graduate for the girls. So, plans for the engine, as of right now, this could change, is I usually do a lot of LS stuff because it's accessible and parts are cheap and it can make stupid power fairly easily. But Chloe is a daredevil like me, or like her younger sister Lily, and she doesn't want a lot of power, or she doesn't need a lot of power. So I have the original straight 6. It's a 235, 1957. I have it on stand home, completely full of engine oil, so that it won't rust. And I checked the other day, it's been there 5 or 6 years now, not touched. And I grabbed the water pump and I can just turn the crank over, no issues. So I'm pretty excited about that. So that's the plan for that. But another little bit of a plan that I haven't talked about on the channel is I'd like to supercharge it. Not to make any ridiculous amount of power or anything, but just because I can't have a bone stock, like 90 horsepower engine in her truck. For one, it's not safe. She'll never be able to pull out in front of anybody safely. And for two, I can't leave anything stock or leave anything unmodified. So I think it'd be really, really neat. And I actually have a supercharger. It's off the GTP Grand Prix 3.8. And I don't know what it'll make for boost, but on that engine it might make 7 or 8 pounds. And I'm not sure if it'll but more user friendly. If I could get a, like say a 4200 out of a Trailblazer, I'd put that on it, because they've been proven to make a ton of power reliably, and Calvin from Newfoundland 57 already proved that he's made a ton of power and went really, really fast. I think it's a Nova, he's got that straight 6 with a big old turbo on it, and it makes a bunch of power. And so that's another option there. It would be the straight 6, and it could make reliable power and already fuel injected. I don't have to mess around with trying to make a manifold for putting injectors in and stuff like that, whereas this engine, this 235, has Siamese heads, which means it has 3 intake ports for 6 cylinders. It has 4 exhaust ports for 6 cylinders. And they're all just a mishmash, and they're all on one side, so it'll be really difficult to put the intake manifold for the supercharger down into the head while also accommodating the exhaust manifold directly and under the supercharger. So I think that would make for a difficult time. So if anybody around central Newfoundland has or knows of a Trailblazer, could you let me know if it's like relatively cheap, because I don't have a ton of money to spend on this, but I potentially could also use that Trailblazer frame. And I imagine the wheelbase is close. If it's not, I can extend or shorten the frame. I don't really care about that. I've done it with Rat Rod like several times now. So that would be really cool too, because the truck wouldn't be excessively low like the Rat Rod is, always scraping the oil pan and stuff. And I know the truck itself isn't low, but everything hangs really low in it. So that's an option. And I think the Trailblazer, if I had a 4-door Trailblazer, I think it would be very close in wheelbase. I don't know what the numbers are, but I think the Rat Rod, I think these 55 to 59s are 114 or 115 inch wheelbase. So I'll have to look that up. But yeah, if I could find a rusted out Trailblazer with a good 4.2 in it, I would be like ecstatic if it was like a $100 truck. But you know, I'd spend some money on it, but I just gotta figure out what I need. So it'd be cool to put the supercharger on that engine, because I think they're cross flow heads if I'm not mistaken, but I haven't really looked at them in a long time, so I can't say. But I'd have no problem making a manifold for a supercharger. I know it would be heavy and inefficient because I'd have to make it out of like sheet metal or something, but it's just got to work. It doesn't have to make a big ton of power. It just has to work, and the amount that Chloe's going to be driving it and never driving it fast, it's going to be, you know, absolutely doable. So that was a quick drive to work and just talking about some plans and stuff. And if you've got any suggestions or ideas or concerns about what I was talking about, obviously we'd have to get into rear end and transmission and stuff. I think I'd like to go with an automatic 4, just so she doesn't have to go fooling around with a standard transmission. And it's a lot safer when you're driving with a blower, because if she puts it in second and mats it, she's probably going to go in the ditch. So, you know, it's just stuff that we're going to talk about over time. And we're going to start at the cab hopefully very soon. When the Rat Rod goes away for the winter now in a couple of weeks, then I'm going to have like empty nest syndrome. So either the engine or the cab is going to come up to the shop, and we're going to work on that. So check back in. A lot of cool stuff coming. The Rat Rod is going to go away for the winter. The Caravan I got some plans for also. I got to get a fuel cell or make a fuel tank or something for that. That's not forgotten about. And really, that could potentially be for sale. If somebody wants to message me about it, or if somebody's actually really interested. I had a guy wanted to trade a bunch of stuff, but I just couldn't afford to pay off the lien because I'm still paying off the Caravan. So if somebody's actually serious about that and would like to chat about it, just shoot me a message on Facebook. I'm Barry Lambert, and I'm not hard to find. So yeah, so I'm going to finish it up here and go in and offload some freight, because the damn Ross guy is giving me a side eye over here, and we'll check in again. So thanks for checking out the channel. Thanks for YouTube. Thanks to my YouTube members and patrons. If you want to check out my Patreon, it's patreon.com/stationroadratrods. The YouTube members link is down here. And also check out my spring store under the video, and that could potentially help with like the winter project. If you want to buy a hoodie or a t-shirt or stickers, even cool stuff like that, it's all there. And thanks for watching. Have a great day, everybody.